Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube, my channel. This is my first video posting on my channel here. I've been doing prop making and building on my Instagram page for a while, but that's kind of manifested itself into this, and I really want to use this platform to share more about my process and what I do, and then learn from everyone else on here that does likes doing this kind of stuff as well. So thanks for joining me today. For my first one, we're going to do something really simple and easy. We're going to do a build and a review of this guy right here. This is the Lego Star Wars A-Wing, Resistance A-Wing model. It looks to be a really easy thing to put together here, but I'm going to make some comments and show it off a little bit, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I will continue to do things like this in the future with other scratch builds and paint jobs and model kits and whatever else I feel like putting together, talking about other props I've made and that kind of thing. So enjoy. Alright, so here we go. Something that I love about Lego sets, and maybe just typical models in general, but Lego seems to do this especially well. You're given some instructions here, and they do it like little piece by little piece. Obviously it's designed for maybe younger people and that kind of thing, so it's really easy to follow along. But the cool thing is you're going to be building a piece, and they'll start with a little piece like this, and you're adding piece and piece by piece, and you have zero context. They don't give you any context as how this particular piece fits in with any of the other part of the build. So you get done with this particular part of the instructions, and you have a couple of pieces, and you're like, how the heck does this fit on the rest of the build? And we did this 2 or 3 times. You got this piece that I finished, and this piece, and whatever, and then you get to a part where you show you, and you're like, oh, fits together just like that, and it fills up those spaces just beautifully. Same with this part here. Let's see, there, just like that, and then it becomes one whole unit. So it's always mind-blowing. You're building and you're not sure exactly where it's going, and then all of a sudden they fit together just so perfectly. And Lego seems to do that super well. Something else I want to point out here is their method of attaching things together is brilliant, but it's always interesting. Again, it's like the out of context thing. This piece here, for some reason, attaches with a one of those snap pieces, and it'll be interesting to see why they chose to go with that rather than just build it with solid pieces like the rest of it. So I have a piece of advice here. Obviously, for those of you who know Lego sets, especially on these smaller pieces, once you set it and squish it down on there, it becomes nearly impossible for you to get it back up without destroying your nails. So I just made the mistake, put on a piece, got ahead of myself before I put on the right piece, and had to get it back off. So it's very handy to have a small little knife blade. Obviously any hobbyist or model maker or anything has a bunch of these. but they come in really handy for a lot of things, including getting it underneath a Lego piece, maybe. Whoops. I have to go get that without destroying your fingernails. So get you one of those. So a couple of things here. First of all, check out these beautiful and well-engineered engines that are going to go on that, and I'll show you that how they attach in just a second. These are really nice custom fins for this particular ship. They got this yellow glowing piece in there. I think it looks really nice and really slick. But something that all model makers and builders of any kind are totally guilty of is getting way ahead of yourself. And here's a perfect example of that. In the instructions, it had you put these decals on, and I did not look far enough ahead in the directions to realize that one of them goes on that engine and not both on this engine. So yeah, I put it all together and realized that there were no decals left. So this is a really easy fix. Luckily, I can just replace this fin with that fin, and then that'll be easy to fix. But yeah, don't get ahead of yourself. Alright, so there we have it, everyone. This is the Resistance A-Wing Lego Star Wars set. It's really, really simple, really easy, really cool build. It was a lot of fun. A couple of things to note that I really liked about this particular build is how the engines attach to the back side here. Rather than building or designing their own, because they want to sit at an angle like this, rather than making their own little angled piece that would sit right here to attach it to, so it'd have the angle, they actually just, because of this little angled piece right here, when this piece snaps in, when I can get it here, maybe, just like that. As you can see, it actually sits up on that piece and gives it a nice angle. Now, the downfall of this is it is a little bit wobbly because there's only one point of contact where it's secured in there. But yeah, it's a little wobbly, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not like you're going to be handling this a lot. Other cool thing is these landing gears. They actually can retract and deploy again. And then, of course, you've got the proton torpedoes loaded in the bottom there, so you can shoot that at various people. It's a really nifty little design. It's got a little couple of buttons at the top there to release them. So yeah, this completes that build. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this really first video that I have on my channel here. And hopefully you subscribe and give me a like, and you can see more, and we can do more builds together, and maybe inspire each other and find something to do during this this time inside. So have a good day. See ya.